Hello everyone. So now we are going to look configure and verify SPAN, RSPAN and ERSPAN. So we are going to check what is this one. Okay. So this one generally we use for monitoring purpose. So let me show you SPAN. So it is nothing but switch port analyzer. Like we are using Wireshark to analyze the traffic. Same like that we have in the real scenario we will use SPAN. SPAN stands for switch port analyzer. So we are going to analyze that port. It is used to analyze the traffic for particular port. Cisco Catalyst switch is having this feature, that is switch port analyzer, and we can what we can say, copy all the traffic and send to particular destination. Example, this guy in your organization, he is accessing something, he is sending lot of traffic. If you want to capture what he is doing, you can capture also. You can send one traffic about this interface, what is coming inside to the switch, going outside to the switch, all that traffic you can send to one monitoring tool. We are having different monitoring tool, like software we have. Actually the software I did not remember the name, so we are using this software. So in that one it will analyze and it will show us the particular user detail. And also we can use firewall also in this place. In the firewall also we have one arm or trap mode. So in the firewall also we can capture what this guy is doing. So we need to configure some basic thing in the switch. So a switch is going to monitor this port and he is going to forward the traffic to particular interface. Okay, so we have three main types of SPAN support on the Cisco switch. One is local SPAN, that is a switch port analyzer. Another is a remote SPAN, that is a remote switch port analyzer. Another is a encapsulated remote SPAN switch port analyzer. So what is local means? Local means it is connected to one switch directly, that is known as local. If you have more switches, example this one, imagine this guy is accessing something here. Okay, PC1 is accessing PC2. Imagine PC2 is a Google server. So this guy is accessing something in the Google. So all the traffic, one copy will go to this one. Imagine this is a firewall or our application. I remember Link Shadow. Link Shadow we are using. So we can say Link Shadow. We need to install this is application in the server and we need to configure. So all the traffic will come in the Link Shadow. There we can check which guy is using what websites, everything we can generate the report from 1 year, from 2 years, what this guy is doing in the sitting in the office. We can generate all the report through the Link Shadow. Different companies using different software. We are using the Link Shadow. Depend company to company, or in some companies they can use the firewall also. So we can use firewall also to capture the traffic. Okay, so what we will do here, first thing I am saying local SPAN. Local SPAN is nothing but directly connected, and then we have the remote switch port analyzer, remote switch port analyzer. If you see, remote means not directly connected, local means only one switch, source and target both are connected to one switch. But if we are saying remote, that is a remote switch port analyzer, means maybe we will have 200 switch in between. Okay, this guy is connected to this switch. In the simple scenario we taken only 2 switch. Imagine instead of 2 switch you have the 200 switch. So your server is connected to this switch and this client is connected to this switch. And now how you can capture? So we can capture with this way also. So whatever this guy is doing, we will capture all the traffic and we will put in this software Link Shadow. And later if your manager told, can you give me the report about this guy, what he is doing? So we can generate from last 2 years he is accessing this website and what time, what he is using, everything detail we can give from the Link Shadow. Okay, so like this is a scenario. I am taking only 2 switch, but imagine you have the 200 switch in the remote SPAN. So this is a lab we are using by 2 switch. And we have one more, that is example different location. Imagine you have the encapsulated remote SPAN we are saying. Imagine your branch office. This is a branch office, this is a head office. So if you want to access, if you want to check what this guy is doing in the branch office, that one is known as ERSPAN, that is a encapsulated remote SPAN. So we can do that one also. that one also we can do. This guy what he is accessing we can record here, or this guy what is accessing we can record here also. Okay, so these three types. First one is local. We need to remember local is nothing but directly connected to one switch only, and the remote means we have lot of switch, but you have example 2 different branches, then we can say that is ER span. Okay, so let me show you. First of all, this one I am saying 3 thing, that is local span and remote switch port analyzer, encapsulated remote switch port analyzer. Local means directly we are connected to the switch. Yes, I wrote here, this is a software we are using. You can check, this is a Link Shadow. Depend company to company, different companies using different, but we can say this depend to company. Some companies are using firewall also, directly they are capturing in the firewall only, they are not using third party. Link Shadow, let me check something. I am typing, yeah, this one, this red color Link Shadow. Here we can get all the detail about the guy who is doing. Here I think we don't have request for demo, but we cannot download. So we will have the graphs and all that one we can check, and as per the IP or the user we can download all what he done from last previous years. Let me show you images. Maybe in the images we can see that. Like this you will have the graphs and all that one. Like this you will have what that guy, particular user also we can extract the information. Okay, so but here it is not easily available all the detail, but normal, like you will have the user detail and what websites he access, everything, all information will be there. So generally why we are using this one, for troubleshooting purpose also we are using this one. Example, if this guy is complaining I cannot access, I have some issue, so instead of going to him you can capture this port and check this guy can access or not, what traffic is going coming. For that purpose also we can use this, and also for monitoring purpose also we can use this one. And what we can say for network performance and network, we are checking who is using what. If you want to monitor for that purpose also we can use this one, and we can forward this traffic to IDS or IPS, or we can forward like same thing as we are recording the call. Example, if you want to record the call, we will have the call recorder, all calls will forward. Same thing, we are sending the traffic. Even if they are using IP phone, we can record that one and we can forward to the recorder application, it will record there. Later we can listen that one. So what we are saying, this is used for troubleshooting purpose also, monitoring purpose also we can use, for security edit purpose also we can use. So now let's do the lab so you will have the idea. And if you see, this is a scenario. Imagine this is one switch, this is a ingress traffic, means going inside, this is a egress traffic. So this guy sending some traffic from here to internet. Okay, this guy, the ABC or XYZ, anyone in your organization, he is sending the traffic to the, what we can say, google.com or YouTube or Facebook, anywhere in the internet. So whatever this interface is going here and coming back, all that copy, one copy is going to send here, and it will record there and we can analyze that one. Okay, this one is a single local span. We have only one switch. We can have the remote that we have more than one switch. This another scenario, this guy is accessing from here, so we can capture this port and we can take here. Okay, so now let's do this lab. Here we have PC1, PC2, and we can do here in our scenario, the PC1 can ping to PC2, and we are going to capture here. We will use the Wireshark, we cannot use that Link Shadow application here. So in real scenario you will have Link Shadow, or we will have the firewall here. In firewall we can configure the tap mode. In the Palo Alto we can configure tap mode, or in the FortiGate we can configure one arm capturing, that one we can use. So depends scenario to scenario, but for our understanding purpose we will use simple lab. What we will do here, I will have one router, and this guy is sending some information to this guy. So whatever they are sending, it will not come here to the router, but I will configure, I will say whatever is happening to this port, forward that one copy of the traffic to this port, and it will go to this router. So we can put the Wireshark here and we can capture the packet. And you need to remember, whenever we are making what we can say, whenever we are saying that one, capture this port and forward the traffic to this port. So this port we cannot use. Okay, this port only for the reserve for the monitoring purpose. You cannot use for connectivity or any other purpose. You cannot use. Example, you have some PC or other switches connected here, then it will not work. It will only reserve for monitoring purpose. So you need to remember, whenever you are saying that one, take all the data of this interface and forward to this interface, you need to make sure this interface is not used for connectivity purpose. Here you need to connect the device, monitoring device directly, and you cannot make the communication, you cannot send or receive any data, because this is under the monitoring phase only. And when you check, it will show this interface is done or monitor. Okay, anyhow, let's see here. So what I can do, I can design the topology. We can use GNS or EVNG, anything we can use. Let me show you. I have this switch and try to use the image, because all switch is not supporting this one. So let me show you the one which I am using here. So we can use this. This is the image we are using here. I will paste here. This is the image we are using for our lab purpose. Okay, because so many students asked me before, they are doing, when they are performing this lab, after few seconds automatically switch off. Okay, switch off. So try to use this switch, it will not switch off, it will work. Okay, so now what we will do, we will write here, this is a lab for local span. So here I am using switch. Let me start all the devices. Here I will power on. I am using two PC, PC1, PC2, and I am using one switch here. Let me take the console of PC1 and console of PC2. Console of PC2. We have two console here. And this R1. Let me close this. We are not using. And PC1, PC2, and we have the switch. So let me take the switch. And then what we have, okay, this switch, and we have the router. Okay, this router we are imagining like our Link Shadow application server. Okay, so now everything is good. Now we can do the IP address configuration. First of all, I think we don't have any IP address here, so I can assign the IP here. Let me move here. We can check. How we can check? We write show IP. So I don't have IP, I will write IP. What IP I can give? 192.168.1.1. Okay, I am giving 1.1 because we are not using router, so no need to give default gateway, just I am giving the IP 1.1/24. And I will check here, show IP. So I have 192.168.1.1. I will save this IP in the PC1. Now let me do same thing in the PC2. Show IP, we don't have any IP. I will write 192.168.1.2/24. Okay, and I will check here, show IP, and we have everything good. I will save here. I am using VPC here. If you have confusion, see, I am using this one. You can use anything. You can use WebTerm, you can use Ubuntu, Toolbox, anything. Just we need to send ping for our lab purpose, so better use this VPC. Okay, I configure the IP address in the PC1 and PC2. Now if let me start capturing here. Okay, I will capture the packet here in this interface. I will start capturing here, and we will what we will capture, I will write here ICMP. I can capture here ICMP. Remind me later this one. I can write ICMP because we are going to ping this one. So I will keep here ICMP. I will search. Okay, still no traffic. Now we need to assign some IP to this router. So this should be up. And if you see, if you observe here, I am using here which network? I am using here 1.1. So I am using 192.1 here 1. But here I am assigning what? 192.168.100.1. So this is different network and this is different network. So they cannot communicate. Okay. If you remember, whenever we are connecting directly, this PC is directly connected to this router. So they should be in the same network. Then only they will communicate. Example, if you are taking one PC here and you are connecting another PC here. Here you have 1.1.1.1. Here you have 192.168.1.1. They cannot communicate. Okay, they cannot communicate. If you want to make the communication directly, they should be in the same network. If not, then we need to use router. In this side, IP, this side and this side should be in the same network. If they are not in the same network, then they cannot communicate. So same scenario here, I am using 1.1 and here 1.2. So they will communicate. But here 100.1 means this is a network host. And if you see, this is a network host. So this network should be matched. Here it is not matched. Here 100, here 1. So what I want to say you, this PC cannot communicate to this machine. Even it is different network, this guy is going to capture the traffic when we put that command. Okay. So let's do here. Now I will take the notepad and we need to write the configuration. What we done, first thing, we assign the IP address. Okay, we assign the IP address to the machine. Now let me do the basic configuration for the R1. I will write here R1 configuration. What I will do, enable config T host name R1, and then what I can give interface, I think fast Ethernet 0/0. We can check here what is the interface here, fast Ethernet 0/0 1.100. So I will write IP address 192.168.1.100. 1.100 or 100.1? 100.1. So let me erase here. 100.1 and then 255.255.255.0 and we will write no shut. Okay, this is the basic configuration. Imagine this is your link shadow server. Okay, just I am putting this IP. So this what I can say, this router link should go up so we can capture the traffic in between. That's why I'm assigning the IP to the router. So let me go and paste this configuration here. And now let me check show IP interface brief. Okay, we have the IP address here. I save the configuration. And now we need to do the configuration in the switch. So let me write here the switch configuration. So what we are going to do here in the switch, I will write here same thing. First basic thing, enable config T host name SW1, and then we can write like this command for monitoring. Monitor session, we can give any number. I will write 1. You can use 1 or 2, whatever you want. You can use source. Imagine your manager told you, can you check what this guy is doing from last 1 year? Maybe you are a fresher and you join any organization, they give you to do some tasks, you finish that task, after that you are browsing, you are accessing the internet, you are downloading, all that record will be there. Okay, your manager, IT, what we can say, manager told to you, can you check this PC1 guy ABC, what he done from last 2 years, what website he go, can you generate and give me the traffic. Okay, so how you can monitor? You can, first we need to configure the what we can say, local span. So how we will configure? We need to write monitor session 1 and then source, and we need to give the source interface. Example, if we want to monitor this guy, so this is a source interface, so we need to write source interface. So what we will do here, I will write here source interface, and we need to define the interface. Or your manager told you, this is a new guy, joined recently the organization, just try to put this his interface in the span and check what he is doing, the activity. Okay, your manager told, example, one manager told to IT guy, can you observe what this guy is doing, just try to capture the traffic what he is doing. So what they will do, they will just configure the what we can say, local span if it is locally connected. If it is not local, then remote span. So how they will configure, we will need to write monitor session, and we can give any number, and then we will say source, and source interface will be your PC IP, PC interface is 0 by 0. And what you need to capture, incoming traffic, outgoing traffic, that is this PC sending traffic, that is incoming. Example, this guy sending traffic, or the return traffic. You need to capture what we need to capture. If you want to capture incoming or outgoing, transmit or receive, or both. So generally we use both. So I will write here both. We need to capture both traffic. So I will write both. Okay. And after that we will, where we need to send, when we capture this traffic, we need to send somewhere. So I will write session, same thing, 1. If we use 1, we will use 1. Then destination, and we need to write interface. Which interface? This interface E0 by 2, because our link shadow application is connected here, or our capture firewall or anything is connected here. So what I will do here, I will write here destination interface, and the interface is E0 by 2. Okay, that's all. This is a configuration, only these 2 command. So one command we are saying monitor from this interface incoming outgoing traffic, and forward that traffic copy, one copy will be here. So let me paste this in the switch, and I can generate the traffic also. Before that one, I will generate the traffic. If you see, I will write ping 192.168.1.2, and I will write -t, so it will ping continuously. So PC1 is pinging to PC2. If you check in Wireshark, you cannot see anything. You will not see. Why you will not see? Because this ping is going from where? Here to here only. Generally, this guy is accessing something here. So you will not receive anything here. You will not receive. Why you will not receive? Because you are having different network, first thing, and they are talking directly. So how you will get? You will not get any traffic here. So now I will configure, so one copy will come here also. Okay, so now I will copy this configuration from here to here, and then let me go to the switch. Where is the switch? This one, and we will paste in the switch. Okay, we pasted in the switch. Now we will get here. If you see, after pasting the configuration, we can check what the PC1 is doing. He is communicating to 1.2, and which protocol he is using, ICMP. This is for lab purpose we are doing, but in the real scenario you will get all the detail in the link shadow or in the firewall. If we are using any firewall, we can put the trap mode, and we can trap all the traffic. If you see, all traffic, one copy is coming here. Whatever the new guy, this guy performing all the activity, everything is captured and it is stored in the link shadow. They can generate the report and they can check what this guy is doing here. Okay, so this way we can capture. And we have some show command. Example, if I want to check, I can write like this. Example, show monitor session 1. We put 1. So what we done, we will get here. We configure local section, and we told source port E0 by 0, both traffic, incoming, outgoing traffic, and forward that to which port? E0 by 2. And also we can check that interface. Which interface? E0 by 2. So when we check the E0 by 2, it will show you, if you see, this is a E0 by 2. Okay, and if you see here, it is showing dawn. Protocol is dawn. Why it is showing dawn? Because when we configure, it is only dedicated to monitor only. You cannot send or receive any other traffic. Only it is going to monitor. Okay, and if you see here, this packet, this output packet increase here. Okay, which one I am saying? Let me show you this one. Where is our topology here? So this interface output means output is going from here. Means if the packet is leaving this interface is known as output. So if you check here, what output? 554 packet is output. Now if I check, it will increase. 554 before, now you have 652. because this guy is communicating continuously. Whatever he is communicating, all that packet is going one copy here, and here we have the link shadow or firewall. It is going to capture everything. Now in our lab we are using Wireshark to capture that one. Okay, if we did not configure, we will not get here. Why we are getting the traffic? Because we put the destination port, this one. This is a source port. Monitor here whatever is incoming, outgoing, all traffic and forward here. And this port we cannot use for other purpose. This is only dedicated for monitoring purpose. And here we have the link shadow or firewall. You can use Palo Alto firewall here, and you can put the trap mode for that interface, or you can use FortiGate firewall, and you can use one ARM interface. In the FortiGate we have that option also. Okay, so this first thing we finish. Which one we finish? We finish this one, the local span. Okay, so I hope this is clear for everyone. This is the basic configuration, and when we check, it is showing in monitoring just now what we done. And if we check, this is a detail, and this is a screenshot of the Wireshark. Okay, so let me stop this.